everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and a very warm welcome to today's video, which is going to be all about my current favourite drugstore products. So the lower cost, more affordable products, I've got some favourites. I've got some newer products as well that I've picked up recently that I've been really quite impressed by. So I just wanted to come on and do a video and just share them with you. Now, the thing that I'm the most excited about is a stick foundation, and it's by Milani, and it's their Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. Now, if you have been following my channel, you'll know that I love a stick foundation for various reasons, and my long-standing favourite was the Lancôme one. Well, they recently reformulated it, as lots of brands are doing at the moment, and they brought out this one. Well, I did a side-by-side comparison and wear test, and this one, I didn't like it as well as the old one. I just didn't feel it was as good at controlling my oils, and it just didn't hold up and wear as well through the day as the old one did. So that was disappointing. So I've been looking for a lower cost stick foundation that's good for oily skins or combination skins. Okay, and when I was doing some research, I came across this one from Milani. It's not new, it's been out for a few years, but it's new to me. I've only just purchased it, and I was reading about it on the website, and they say it delivers a nourishing formula that melts into the skin for a buildable light to medium coverage, and I do get that medium coverage from it, I'd say. It has a soft matte second skin finish, and that was what appealed to me, the soft matte finish. It comes in 25 shades, which I think is pretty good for a drugstore foundation. I have it in the shade number 5, so yeah, I think it's a decent shade range. They say it has a silky lightweight formula, which I would agree with. It contains muru butter, vitamin C and guava fruit extract. And they say it blurs and evens out the skin tone. Now, all of these products I'm wearing now on my skin, and I'm going to go on to show you the application so you can see how they went on. But I think my skin at the moment is looking really, really nice, and it's this foundation. It's £19 on the Milani website, but I did not pay that for it because in Boots and Superdrug at the moment it's £17, which you still might say is quite pricey for a drugstore foundation, isn't it? £17. But you know, it's that sort of mid-range. It's not high-end, it's not the most affordable at the drugstore, but it's a really, really good quality product. So the other products that I've got that are new to me are my concealer, and it's the Maybelline Lifter Concealer. So I'm going to be trying this one out. I've got a new mascara also from Maybelline, and it's the Lash Sensational Body Mascara. So you know I love a volumizing mascara, and it's in waterproof too, which suits me. And the last product that I've got new is a new eyeshadow palette, and it's one of these by Catrice, and this one, it's called the Dark Cocoa palette. And I do also have the nude version of this. I've had this for a while, and I know the quality is very good and I really like it. So I just wanted to try this slightly darker version of it. And if you haven't tried these palettes from Catrice, they're so good. What are they? £5, £6, something like that. You get mattes and shimmers, and they're really, really good. And personally, in my opinion, I think the shades in this palette can give you a similar look to the new Natasha Denona tan palette, and I've recently bought and reviewed this. And you know, Natasha Denona eyeshadows, the quality is outstanding. The quality is just beyond anything else in my opinion. So the quality is different, but when you actually look at the colors, when you look at the colors of the shades, I think you can get a similar look on the eyes, and I'll show you how I use this to get that effect. I actually used both of these palettes together, the nude and the cocoa, to get this look on my eyes now. So if you are wanting that sort of bronze tanned look for summer, I think you can't go far wrong with these if you want a drugstore eyeshadow option. So there we are then. And the other products that I'm going to use on my face are products that I already have. They're not new. They are old favourites for me. They are staples in my collection. You might have heard me talk about them before in previous drugstore videos. And yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy with this look. And I'm going to do a wear test. I'm going to do a couple of check-ins and I'm going to come back at the end of the day to show how all of these products have held up. So if that sounds interesting to you, please keep watching. So let's get some of these lovely products on my face. Now, I've just got on my usual skincare today. And if you don't know what my usual skincare is, and if you're curious, I'll link a video in the description box below where I go through my whole AM and PM skincare routines. Now, on top of that, today, I did put some of this Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer because I do quite like this sometimes down the T-zone in the warmer months of the year. I just think it helps my foundations to last a bit longer in the areas where my skin can get a bit oily. So I like that. Now then, let's try some of this foundation. So it's the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Foundation, and I've got this in the shade 05, and I'm really excited to try this. Now, I will say, first of all, I don't really like the packaging. It just feels quite cheap and flimsy, really. But, you know, it's not about that, is it? It's about what's actually inside it. So let's have a look at this. Now, to me, the beauty of a stick foundation is that you can just do this. You can just whack it on. You can blend it in with your fingers. You don't need any brushes or sponges or anything like that. Well, I mean, you don't with any foundation really, do you? You can just apply it with your fingers. But I just think for a stick especially, I prefer to use my fingers because it's all about the ease and the convenience, the speed. I was about to say it's great for travel as well, because it is great for travel. It's very portable. It's not going to spill, or, you know, the bottle's not going to break or anything like that. But not just for travel, just for every day at home. I don't like to spend ages and ages when I'm getting ready. So to have something like this is great, and that's why I've always loved having a stick foundation in my collection. So yeah, that goes on so nicely. What do I think of this shade 05? I actually think it's all right, you know. I wasn't sure at first because obviously it's Milani. You know, I didn't see a huge range of shades when I was in Boots, but that 05 I think has blended in really, really nicely on me. Yeah, I think it's sort of neutral to warm toned. Whoa, dropped it. Oh dear. You see, if that had been a bottle of liquid, that could have been disastrous. Oh dear. Luckily, I'm wearing a patterned top, so it'll just blend in. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. So there we are. That's the foundation on. What do you think? I think that is lovely. Look how smooth. Look how smooth my skin looks. My pores around here look nice. Yeah, my forehead is looking quite smooth at this stage. It's covered up my redness nicely. And I would say it's a medium coverage. Now, it does say it's a blur out skin tint. It does say it's a skin tint stick. So this isn't claiming to be a full coverage foundation or anything like that. And I would say, yeah, for a skin tint, it's got more coverage than I would expect, but I like it. I like the level of coverage that it is giving me. I think that is really, really nice. So as I said earlier, I am going to do a wear test on this because I only bought it yesterday. So I want to see over the course of the whole day how it's going to last, and I'll take you with me. Now, for my concealer, I also have a new product, and it's the Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I was very, very curious about this. I really wanted to try this. I tend to do quite well with Maybelline concealers. The eraser one, I loved that for years. I've got this in the shade 25. So let's have a look at this again. I only bought this the other day as well, so I have worn it, but I haven't worn it for a whole full long day. Let's see. Oh, look at that little, isn't that little and tiny and diddy? Wow. Haven't really had a proper look at it before. You know, when you're just putting things on quickly and you just do it and you don't really have a proper look, you know, at the actual components of a product. That's tiny. So let's just dab a little bit in that corner there and that corner there. Now, because it is quite small, you can be very precise with where you're placing it, which I like. Now I've got my e.l.f. Tap and Blend Concealer brush, this one with the slanted head. And I'm just going to tap and blend. Tap, tap, tap. Blend, blend, blend. Ooh. Wow, that's brightened things up, hasn't it? I like that. Do the same over here. A tappy, tappy, blendy, blendy. Nice. Nice one, Maybelline. And I think what I'll do as well, because I like that, I'm going to put a little bit just there between the brows like that, because I find that foundations can start to wear off up here. So if I put a little bit of concealer there, it just helps. You know what I mean? Just helps to make it last that bit longer. Lovely. Like that. Okay, now powder. So if you've seen me before and if you've seen my drugstore videos before, you might know that I love the NYX Wonder Snatch powder, and I have this in the shade Peach Posse, and I really like this. I use this a lot, and I especially like the sifter inside so that you can just reveal however many holes you want, tap it into the lid. Doesn't make a mess. It's really nice. And I'm just going to take a fairly small powder brush like that. Get it in there. Tap, tap, tap. And just set down the middle of my face. So forehead and down the nose, over that concealer. Lovely. Really nice. So there we go. That's all of my base products on my face. And if I just have a close-up look in my mirror now, I'm very happy with that, actually. Really, really happy with that. The smoothness, the colour, the amount of coverage, and just the finish. I think that finish is lovely. And I have to say, already, I'm preferring the look of this than the look of my new Lancôme stick foundation. I don't think this is as dewy as that one, and I don't want a dewy finish because I've got combination oily skin. So I want something that's more sort of satin matte, like a soft satin matte finish I like. And this so far, it's looking good. It's looking very good. Now on to bronzer. And I've got two options here. Neither of them are new. I've had them a long time, but these are my two, probably my favourites from the drugstore. And the first one, the one that I've had on the go for many, many, many years, is by Rimmel, and it's their natural bronzer. And I've got this in the shade 001 Sunlight. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, but the packaging is awful. I really, really dislike this packaging. And over the years, I mean, I've had a lot of these break, the lids can crack, the packaging is terrible. Rimmel was my go-to makeup brand when I was young, you know, when I was in my teens and first getting into makeup, because it's very, very affordable, isn't it? And the products are decent. So yeah, it's time they upgraded and updated this packaging, I would say. However, the product inside, this powder bronzer, is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It goes on really, really smoothly and beautifully. I'm just looking around because I don't know if I've got a bronzer brush. Oh, I have. I'll use this. I'll use my Real Techniques 400. It actually works really well for bronzer. This one does. I'm going to use that today. The other option, though, my other favourite drugstore bronzer is the Catrice Sun Lover. this one here with the marbled effect in it. This is gorgeous too, but I have used this in a recent drugstore video, so I'm going to use the Rimmel today, this one. So let's get some in this brush, tap tap tap, and just go around the outer perimeter of my face. Such a lovely natural sun-kissed shade, this one on me. 001, obviously it is the lightest because we're very pale here. But that's okay, we're trying to embrace it. There, look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? Just giving me a nice amount of warmth, a nice amount of definition to my face. Love it. Okay, so next, after bronzer, I want to do a blush. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to try something new. And this was inspired by Wayne Goss. I don't know if you watch Wayne Goss. You probably should. If you're into your makeup, you probably do, actually. But in one of his recent videos, he showed how he uses lip liner as blush. Yeah. And the effect it gave, it was beautiful. It was like a cream, like a lovely sort of luminous cream blush effect that it gave him on his cheek, and it looks stunning. So I thought, right, I'm going to try that. And what better time than today? I've got loads of drugstore lip liners because I think they're great. I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on your lip liners, your mascaras, your lip glosses, your eyebrow products. I might do a whole video actually on products that I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on, because there's quite a few. Anyway, the lip liner that I'm going to use today as my blush is this one by Kiko Milano. I love these lip liners. I have spoke about them before, but any lip liner that you have in your collection that you like the colour of, that you think would be a good colour for your cheeks, just use that. What shade is this? It's in the shade 509, but it's like a corally pinky colour, I'd say. Now, what Wayne did in his video, I'm a bit nervous, but he just drew some lines like that. And then he just blended it in. I think he actually used his fingers. Yeah, I'm going to use my fingers. Ooh, okay. Blend, 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 blend. So it's harder than a cream blush would be. So that's a bit disconcerting at first because you think it's not going to blend. But actually, it does. And look at that. And because it's a lip liner, these are designed to be very long lasting, aren't they? They're designed to dry and to set down and to last all day. So unlike a powder blush that does tend to wear off through the day, certainly on me anyway, this is designed to dry down and to stay put. So let's see, I'll do the same again over here. So I'll do like 3 lines and then blend, blend, blend with my fingers like this. Ooh, I like it, you know. I think I maybe could have got away with just 2 lines because that's quite a full-on blushy look, isn't it? But that's fine by me. I love my blush. I love a blushy look. And he said you can also do a bit at the top of your nose if you want, just to blend it all in, give you that sun-kissed look. It's worth a try, isn't it? But we'll see through the check-ins that I do throughout the day just how long-lasting this is. Right, there we go. We have to try new things, don't we, from time to time? Now, eyebrows. I'm going to use my NYX powder, this one, the one with the little pink lids. So it's called the NYX, what's it called? Powder something or other in soft brown. I'll list it down below for you, as I always do. You've got your double ends, so you've got your end with the pencil and then you've got your end with the spoolie. And I'm just going to go through my brows, just sharpen them up a bit. This colour is lovely, this soft brown, so natural looking. There we go. Nice. I don't do a great deal to my brows. I just do this, as I say, just to make them a little bit darker, a little bit fuller, and just to sharpen them up. So easy to use as well, this pencil. Lovely. It really does give a powder effect. It's called, you know, the NYX the powder brow pencil, and it really is. I love it. And then if you want to, you can go over it with the spoolie end just to blend everything together. Nice. So for my eyeshadow then, I'm very excited about these two Catrice palettes. As I said earlier, I think the two of these together, you can get a gorgeous summery sort of bronzed tanned look, similar to my new Natasha Denona tan palette. So let's see what I can do with that. Now to prime my eyelids, which is really important, I'd say if you're going to use drugstore eyeshadows, get yourself a good primer, because it'll really help not only with how long your eyeshadows last through the day, but with the sort of intensity of the pigment and how much color payoff you get and how well they blend, and it'll just help such a lot. And the one I've got is the Milani eyeshadow primer, this one. Emily Noel talks about this all the time. If you watch her, you'll know what I mean. Elf do a good one as well. There's various ones available, but in my opinion, I think this one is the best one that you can find at the drugstore, and I think it's about £10 now, I think. It comes in a squeezy tube. You don't need much. See, I'm going to take about that much and just put it on both of my ring fingers and just pat into my eyelids and just blend that all over the lids. There we go. I could even have used a bit less than that actually. But this little tube, this will last you such a long time because you use such a small amount of it. And that's what we want, isn't it? We want our products to last a long time. We want to get our money's worth from them, don't we? So that's that. Right. Oh, now then, these Catrice palettes, so good. Such good value. They really are. So this nude one I've had for a little while now, and I really like it. It's great if you just want a fairly natural, polished, you know, defined eye look. You can get that from this. And I recently bought this Cocoa, a slightly darker version of it. So I'm going to combine these two today and see what look I can come up with. So on this lighter nude palette then, first I'm going to go in with my MAC 217 into this matte shade here. Fairly medium brown matte shade. Tap that off. You do get a little bit of fallout, not fallout, kick up, you know, from the powders in the pan with these. But that's all right. It's not the end of the world, is it? I'm just going to run this through my crease area. If I had a crease, if I didn't have hooded eyes, it would be there. And then just run it down onto that the outer part of my mobile lid, and just spend some time blending. That's the only thing I would say with drugstore eyeshadows. You know, in terms of the shades, you can get some beautiful shades now, but you do need to spend a little bit longer blending them in, maybe building up the colour if they're not quite as pigmented as you would like, you know. But again, it's not the end of the world, is it? We've all got an extra few seconds that we can spend blending it in. And that actually went on really nicely. So I've blended that up as far as I want it so that you can see the colour when my eye is open, but I haven't gone all the way up here because I'm going to put a lighter shade up on the brow bone. So I'm going to go into that same shade again and do this exactly the same thing on my left eye. And I've started putting a finger here just to hold my skin still because I'm in my late 40s now, and as you get older, the skin on your eyelids develops a mind of its own. I don't know what happens to it. Something happens to it and it just starts doing its own thing against your will. So if you want your eyelid to stay still when you're putting your eye makeup on, you have to sort of just put a finger here just to hold it. I have found, Let me know if it's the same for you, please. And then again, just blend that down here a little bit. There we go. So that's my base transition shade. Right. There we go. Now then, where shall I go next? I think I'm gonna go into this shimmer here. So we're still in that same nude palette, the lighter palette. And I'm going to take some of that onto this brush from my Bailey set off Amazon. Really, really affordable, high quality brushes these are. I got them in a set of 15. I got face brushes and eye brushes for about £18, I think it was at the time. This was last summer, but I'll link it down below if you're interested. It's always nice to have a set of really, really great quality brushes, isn't it? Especially if you haven't had to pay a fortune for them. I'm going to run that shimmer just across this part of my lid here. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Can you see? That's beautiful. I really do love this shade. Same again over here. And I do find that a fairly flat brush like this is great for shimmers. Gorgeous. Lovely. Okay. Now, in the Cocoa palette, in this one, the slightly darker one, because I'm going for that sort of summery, bronzy tan look, I want a slightly more sort of champagne-y look. I think I'm going to go into this one now on my fingertip. Oh, look at that. That's so lovely, isn't it? And just go over that in the middle there and just slightly up and into the center. Oh, these Catrice palettes, so good. And when I was saying earlier that you have to spend a bit longer blending them, that's true for the mattes, but for the shimmers, not at all. These shimmers are very, very high quality and they are blendable. And am I getting fallout? I'm not, am I? I'm not getting any fallout at all down here, which is amazing, really. When you think of the amount of high-end eyeshadows I've used that have given me some fallout. Really, really impressed. Now then, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush like this. Any pencil brush that you have will do the job. And I'm going to go into this dark brown shade here on that pencil brush and just run it along my outer top lid like that, just to deepen up that lash line and just go up slightly. Oh yeah, that gives a lovely amount of definition, doesn't it? That's really nice. Same again over here. Very nice. Now just going to dab the excess off onto the back of my hand, and then on my lower lid down here, I don't want a very dark shade down there. I think what I'm going to do there is go back into this nude colour and go into this sort of slightly more coppery shimmery shade on the same pencil brush, that shade there, and just run that gently underneath, just in that very outer section now. I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I think that can close up the eye a little bit if you bring it all the way in. Unless you've got very, very big eyes, I don't think that's something that looks particularly flattering. On me and on my eye shape. You know, you do whatever you want, obviously. There. Wow. It's quite smoky, isn't it? This would be nice for going out at night, I think. What do you think? Right. Now, for the very, very inner corner, I want to take the lightest shimmer shade I have, and that would be this one here. It's almost white, isn't it? And I'm going to just put that in the very inner corner. Wow. And the same again over here. And just blend that with my other fingers. I really like this look. And then have I got a sort of yellowy, yeah, in the cocoa palette, I'm going to go into this sort of more golden shade. Again, it's a shimmer. So all these shimmers are beautiful on your fingertips, just to add that bit of warmth, because we are going for that summery bronzed look, aren't we? That is gorgeous. Oh, I do love playing with eyeshadows, building them up and coming up with different effects and different looks. There, I think I'm going to leave that there now though. But yeah, really love these. And for what, £5? What are they at the moment? You can't go wrong, honestly. So, because I did that liner with the dark shadow, I don't think I need a separate eyeliner today, really. So I'm just going to go in with mascara now. And I've got a new one and I'm very excited about it. It's by Maybelline and it's one of their Lash Sensational Body mascaras. Of course, I've got the waterproof. I always like either a waterproof or a tubing mascara because I've got oily skin, especially on my eyelids, and I've got hooded eyes, so they just smear and smudge if I don't get waterproof or tubing. And this one, Body, it's meant to be very volumizing, and I love a volumizing mascara. I don't particularly want a lengthening one because I've got hooded eyes. If I have a lengthening one, you know, the little fibers on the ends, they can end up all up here, which I don't want. But a volumizing one takes them out and they don't reach the top up here, so I think that's much better for me. And the original Maybelline Lash Sensational in the pink tube, I loved it. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, so the brush looks like that. It's that sort of shape. It's one of those plasticized ones, which I quite like. Let's have a go, see what happens with this. Okay, so it's going on nicely. It's not clumping up or anything. First impressions are good. Okay, it's nice and black. It's, yeah, I would say it's fairly volumizing actually. That's just on one coat there. I'll go back in and do the other eye and then I'll do another coat just to see if it builds up for a second coat. Let's do the same again over here. A little wiggle. Oh, it's raining again today. It's June now and it hasn't stopped raining. So these waterproof mascaras are probably not a bad idea anyway, are they, at the moment? I think the weather forecast for next week is looking a little bit drier and a bit sunnier. So fingers crossed for that. As long as those awful, humid, high temperatures don't come back. I don't do well in the heat. I don't like the heat at all. Okay, so first coat on the mascara, I think is looking good. So let's go back in now and see if we can build it up a bit more for a second coat. Yeah, that's still looking good to me. I can't see it clumping up at all. And if you noticed as well, I didn't use an eyelash curler today, did I? It's because I don't most days, if I'm being honest with you. I think that if you have a good mascara, it should do it on its own, really, without needing any extra help. And some of my favourite mascaras do give me an amount of curl as well. My favourite, the L'Oreal Panorama, does. And this one is looking good as well. Look at that. I've used no eyelash curler. That's really good, isn't it? So let's get a bit more and do a second coat over here. I mean, the true test again with mascaras is how is it going to wear through the day? Is it going to smudge? Is it going to flake? You know, so I will keep my eye on it and report back. Liking it so far though, I must say, so far so good. Right, now then, what is next? I think lips are next, aren't they? So for my lip liner, I think I'm going to use the same one that I used on my cheeks just to keep it all cohesive. So the Kiko Milano 509, this one. And I love it. It's retractable as well, so you don't ever have to sharpen it, which is a bonus. And then I always go in with my finger and just smudge it a bit. Just because I don't want such a harsh outer line, you know. There we go. So over that lip pencil today, I'm going to put on a new lip product that I picked up from Maybelline, and it's called a Lifter Gel. And I'd never seen these before when I was in Boots the other day, and I thought it really reminded me of one of my all-time favourite lip products, which is by NYX, and it's their Lip IV in Bubblegum Burst. And I know that this is more of a stain. This has a long-lasting, colourful effect on your lips, and it was just the packaging really that, you know, it caught my eye, and I thought, oh, I wonder if that's similar. It's not really, but I still really do like it. This, it describes itself as being a gel, so the Lifter Gel, and it's like a lip oil, sort of a glossy oil, and I just thought it looked really nice, really interesting. What shade is this? Hang on, let's reach for the glasses and have a look. What shade are you? Strawberry Shake. Strawberry Shake 006. So I'm going to put some of this on. Now, the first time you use this, you have to twist it. You hold it there and you have to twist it, and then the product comes up through the top there. You have to be careful though, because the first time I did that, you have to twist and twist and twist quite a lot the first time you use it, and far too much came out of the top. I had to get a tissue and wipe it off, so just be careful the first time. But oh, you see, it's a bit messy. You saw what I did there. I just did one dab, and then I rub it in. So obviously you've got it on your fingers now, haven't you? It is a bit messy and it's all still there on the cap. So if you don't like a messy lip product, this might not be for you. It smells beautiful. It smells like biscuits, like caramel biscuits, I would say, which I like. I know not everybody is into their fragranced products. I know that. Oh, I've not told you, have I, if anything's fragranced? Oh, no, I know a few of you always ask me, is there fragrance in your products? And in this, in the foundation, I don't think there is. Let me just have a check. No, there's no fragrance in this. So that's a bonus, isn't it, for those of you that don't like fragrance? But there definitely is in this. I don't mind fragrance so much in lip products for some reason. Yeah, so there we are. I like it. I think it's really nice. It's moisturizing. It feels hydrating on the lips. And I think it's nice as well to have a lip gloss that isn't painful. You know, it's not one of those plumping sort of painful lip glosses that can burn your lips. Anyway, that is my full face of affordable drugstore products. I think it's beautiful. I think it's really nice. If you want to use a setting spray, my favourite is Maybelline Lasting Fix. I'm going to put a spritz of this on. I've also not mentioned a highlighter, have I? And my favourite highlighter from the drugstore, if you want one, is by Rimmel. And it's this one, the Highlight. I think it's just called Highlight by Rimmel London. And this is in 001 Stardust. And this packaging is so much better than the bronzer packaging. I really wish Rimmel would put these products in this packaging. That would be very, very good. A big improvement. So if you want to use a highlighter, this is beautiful. I just take it on a fairly small brush. This again is one of my Bailey brushes. Take a little bit, tap, 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 and I'll just run it over my cheekbone. Just over my cheekbone there. Just a little bit, just a nice subtle amount. You know, I don't want to be seen from space. I just want a little bit so that when you turn your face, You know, it just catches the light. You see there? It's just nice and subtle, isn't it? Lovely. Now then, do I want anything on my brow bone and like a highlighty shade on my brow bone? Let me have a look. I think I will. I think I'm going to go into this nude palette and this matte ivory shade here on my finger and just run it up there. Oh yeah, that's very pigmented, isn't it? It's lovely. Oh, that's so nice as a brow bone highlight. So good. Highly recommend these Catrice palettes. Really do. I mean, I'd say they're not Natasha Denona quality. They're not, but they're very, very good quality. Honestly, either one of these, you don't necessarily need both because they give quite a similar look. That one's slightly lighter, that one is slightly darker. But they're very, very good quality. They really are. I love that effect on my eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some setting spray. Lovely fine mister on this one. Beautiful. Okay, so there we are then. That's all of those products on my face. As I say, I'm going to do a wear test today, mostly for the new foundation and the new Maybelline Lifter Concealer. I mean, it's not that new now, is it? But it's new to me. I want to see how these wear over a long day. So in my wear test videos, I usually do a check-in after about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll do another one at the end of the day just before I'm about to take all the makeup off. So I'll see you again in a few hours. Hi, well, it's been just over 4 hours now since I applied this makeup, and it is absolutely hammering it down out there today. Honestly, it's June. What is going on? Anyway, the makeup. I'm doing a check-in from the car, obviously. You wouldn't want me standing out there. I am so impressed with this Milani foundation stick. I think after four and a bit hours, it has held up really well. It's not, you know, it's not breaking up anywhere. It's not settling into my lines or wrinkles. It's not emphasizing my pores. It's still on. I'm not seeing any signs of it fading just yet, which is really good. And yeah, I think it's a great one. I'm really liking it. Now the concealer as well, I just put a little bit in there, and I put a bit there, and again I think that's holding up very well at this 4 hour mark too. The eyeshadow is still looking fantastic, isn't it? Those Catrice palettes are wonderful. I have reapplied some lipstick. This isn't the gel that I put on this morning. That lifter lip gel from Maybelline, I don't know, I've got mixed feelings. On the one hand, I really like the colour and I really like how it feels as a lip gloss. You know, it's not plumping, it doesn't sting, it doesn't burn, it's nothing like that. I like that, and I love the smell, that biscuity caramelly smell. I love it. But I don't like how messy it is. It's really messy and quite fiddly to apply, so there is that. So I've just got a different lipstick on for now. But yeah, so far the foundation and the concealer, which is what I'm testing today, I think they're holding up really well. Oh, the mascara too, that was new, wasn't it? I think the mascara is doing well. I've not had any transfer, it's not flaking. I think it's making my lashes look nice and thick and black. So yeah, I'm glad I got that. There we are. I'm going to leave this check-in here for now, and I will catch you all again later at the end of the day. Hi, so we're coming up to 10 hours now since I put this makeup on my face this morning. And I have to say, on the whole, I'm really pleased with how it's lasted for the day. I mean, I've been out, I've done things, I've had quite a busy day. I got caught in the rain earlier, and it's still on and it's still looking decent. I have to say, this Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation stick, I mean, it doesn't even call itself a foundation stick, it's a skin tint stick. It's really, really good. I'm so, so delighted with it. And it's funny because I didn't particularly like the liquid version of this. So, you know, the liquid Conceal and Perfect foundation from Milani. I tried that quite a long time ago. And I remember not particularly liking it. I didn't feel it sat well on my skin, and it just wasn't my favourite. This, however, it's a lot smoother and a lot silkier, and it has lasted so, so well. I have powdered it a couple of times. Yeah, twice I've powdered it. But to me, that's fine. As an oily skinned person, I'm used to having to powder my foundation a few times during the day. And the fact that I've only done it twice, that's absolutely fair enough as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. So let me just give you a close up look. Now, it has started to fade. I mean, it's been 10 hours around the mouth and the chin area here. I'd say I noticed it starting to fade after probably about 7 hours, I'd say. But I mean, it faded nicely. It didn't go patchy or anything like that. Something that I'm not quite sure about is this Wayne Goss blush technique with the lip liner. I mean, it's lasted. I've still got pink cheeks, haven't I? After a 10-hour day, it's lasted. But I don't know. I just feel it's maybe a bit patchy. It's just not as smooth and blurring as some of my powder blushes are. But it was just something I wanted to try, just a bit of fun, really, because I'd seen that video of his recently where he was drawing on the lines, and I thought I'm going to try that. But I do really like the lip liner that I used, which was the Kiko, this one in 509. I like it as a lip liner on my lips. Now, as for the concealer, I don't feel that that has lasted as long at all. If I just get close up, hello, I think on this side, let me just get my mirror over here. Yeah, on this side, it's pretty much all gone now. And on this side, there's still a little bit there, but I just feel it went a bit patchy before it started to fade completely. It sort of went a bit patchy, and I did have to sort of tap it out with my fingers. It didn't crease as such. It just didn't last very long and went a bit patchy. So I'd say I probably got about 4 hours from the concealer. Um, yeah, so not my favourite one in terms of long wear. Okay, but for me, the standout products from today by far have been the eye products. Now, these Catrice eyeshadow palettes, they're phenomenal for the price. I can't get over it. It is still on, it still looks good. The colours are beautiful, and I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you don't have one of these already, you'll be doing yourself a favour if you go and get one of these. I just think they are fabulous. And this mascara as well, the Maybelline mascara, I've had no transfer, I've had no flaking, no smudging, and it's made my lashes look really nice and thick and black. So really liking this at the moment. I'm going to carry on using this throughout the rest of the month because I am coming to the end of my L'Oreal one. So if you watch my end of the month roundup videos, so it will be the one at the end of June now, I'll give updates on how I'm getting on with these and sort of give you my sort of final end of the month. You know, after wearing it for a good few days and weeks, I'll tell you how I finally feel about these products. I do that every month in my monthly roundup videos, so it's quite a good time to tell you, you know, if I might have changed my mind about certain products, things like that. So yeah, oh, and while I'm on the subject of the eyes and the eyeshadow, I have to give this a mention. Again, it's another Milani product. It's their eyeshadow primer. If you're going to get these eyeshadow palettes, I would say get yourself a good eyeshadow primer as well, because this is a big part of the reason why it's lasted so well. I am going to take my makeup off shortly now because I just want to, you know, get my pajamas on, relax, get ready for bed, do my skincare. But if I didn't do that, I'm sure this eye look would go on and on and on for a few more hours as well. So yeah, that was really, really good. So the foundation, it's a good one. And I think at the moment, it's looking good. It's looking like it might be my replacement for the old Lancôme one that I used to love. So anybody else out there that's looking for a replacement for that one, Linda, looking at you. It's a good one. It's a good one. And I know that you're on a quest, Linda, to find a new stick foundation. And you did mention the Sephora brand one, didn't you? Let me know how you get on with that. But for now, I think the Milani is a good one. And I'm not just talking to Linda. I'm talking to everybody out there that is looking for a very decent, good quality stick foundation, especially if you've got combo or oily skin. So there we have it then. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all so much for watching and for sticking with me. And I'll see you all next time in the next video. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.